Again, this is somewhere for every topic we have analyzed since 2013 what has been the weightage of every topic or every subtopic of the syllabus, which is going to make you understand that which are the important areas in the syllabus of the examination, where again repetitive nature of questions has been asked. And it does not end here. What we have done as a strategically, that again for overall, that how we are going to strategically prepare for the mains examination, specifically with the subject of polity, we have done a very comprehensive analysis of all the topics and in a very defined 20-30 parameters. This book is going to help you down in understanding that interlinkage in an explicit format and ready-made things which are made available, which you can directly use in your answer writing process in the examination day itself, right? Hello everyone. A very congratulations to all the students who have qualified the UPSC prelims examination and now they are going to write down the mains examination. In mains examination, every mark and every answer, every paragraph, every point you're going to write down is going to make sure that again how effectively you are writing down the answers and your success in the mains examination. And that is where we have come down for today's session, where again we are going to discuss how effectively we are going to strategize our GS mains polity preparation for the upcoming mains examination. And VisionIAS has come up with a new value addition material specifically targeting the polity section, right? So first and very most, that how exactly we should try to maximize our scores in the upcoming mains examination, specifically for polity. So firstly, one very important that how I should understand, or one should understand that now I am ready to write down good answers. It requires a little bit of preparation, and in fact, I'll tell a strategic way of preparing for the examination, right? So for that important aspect, we should very clearly understand what exactly are the focus areas of UPSC. So in this document, what we have done, we have thoroughly analyzed the previous year question papers of UPSC of past 11-12 years, and we have come to a conclusion that again, it is not just a game of preparing the subject from syllabus wise, but also incorporating that how previous year questions have highlighted that some focus areas or some areas where again UPSC has been asking repeated nature of questions, right? So in this document, we have identified such important topics, such important recurring topics which have been there in the paper for last 11 years, right? And that is where this document is going to help down students who are going to write the upcoming mains examination. Next, after analyzing what has been the demand and analyzing the previous year question papers, we need to align and we need to make a very strategic plan out of it, right? So in terms of strategic plan, I understand that it is not just about reading things, it is also reading in terms of demand. In economics, we read demand and supply. So again, what is the demand? That is need to be supplied, right? So in the similar manner, what exactly is being demanded by UPSC down the line with respect to polity question paper, we need to set that benchmark in terms of how we are going to write an answers incorporating the demand which has been asked in the UPSC papers, right? So this document is going to classify such things and demystify such things and strategically deal and teach you that how exactly you are going to deal with such concepts. I'll take you a snapshot. I'll go through the snapshot of this particular book once for you. Again, this is somewhere for every topic we have analyzed since 2013 what has been the weightage of every topic or every subtopic of the syllabus, which is going to make you understand that which are the important areas in the syllabus of the examination, where again repetitive nature of questions has been asked. And it does not end here. What we have done as a strategically, that again for overall, that how we are going to strategically prepare for the mains examination, specifically with the subject of polity, we have done a very comprehensive analysis of all the topics and in a very defined 20-30 parameters, which you're going to find in this particular book. For example, here you see focus on core pillars of Indian polity through examples, through analysis, and explaining you each and every detail that why this area is important, what needs to be done, what has been the nature of question which has been asking, and how you can write good answers with respect to these topics which are there in the trend of UPSC, right? So this is where this book is going to help you a lot in terms of making a very well-defined planned strategy, incorporating what is the demand which UPSC has been putting forward with respect to questions asked in the examination of previous year. Next, this picture of course highlighted, and you have seen many times, there's a very thin gap or a bridge between the content and the value content, right? And this is where this document is going to help you. We students have a lot of content. We read a lot of content, but we do not have a enriched content. So this document is bridging that gap between a content which a student has and how exactly that content will be value enriched. So we are not making a very big booklet. It is a very strategic, concise book wherein it is going to be a value addition to what content you already have. Because many times, once we shift the gear from prelims to mains examination, one important difficulty what we face is that there is no consolidation of everything which is required in the examination. So certainly this gap has been bridged by this particular book. Trust me, it contains everything what we need. And we search, we go for internet, we go for respective different books to consolidate everything. But this book is a one-stop solution where again everything what is required in the mains examination of polity is at one source in a consolidated form, right? And I'll showcase you how. So number one, concise revision, where again in this booklet we have not discussed in detail everything, because as I discussed, content we have, we need a value addition to it. So looking at the trend of questions which has been asked by examination since last 11 years, we have put down certain important areas and high frequency question areas, and we have given a value addition to it. So again, it is something which you are not reading anything new. You are just value adding certain things to whatever you have already read. So again, it is not going to be a repetition of whatever you have read. It is going to be a value addition to whatever you have read already, which is again going to add 1-2 marks to every answer what you are going to write down in the polity examination, right, in paper number 2. Then in terms of high impact value addition, many times we see in polity that toppers have told, you need to incorporate Supreme Court judgments. You need to incorporate current events associated with respective topic which has been asked in the question. You need to mention important Supreme Court judgments. You need to mention important committee reports, right? All of these things. But we struggle. We struggle ki if I am reading fundamental rights, if I am reading preamble, what are the important Supreme Court judgments? What are the amendments which have been added to the Constitution? What are the important committees which are related to that particular topic? So this is where this value added book is going to help you down with all such nuances which are required in answer writing in terms of impacting value addition to your answers. Right? So all such things are consolidated topic-wise in this booklet. So that again, you need not to search ki is topic where again I'll go and find out what are Supreme Court judgments with respect to fundamental rights. Everything is there in one book, one source, and one booklet. Right? And then in terms of current affairs, very important ki many a times it is being told that again UPSC itself tells it is going to check the depth of understanding, the intellectual traits, and how are these going to be judged on the basis of whatever you are going to write down in that script of an answer. Many a times in newspapers, in current affairs, we go through a lot in terms of political news. in terms of lot of amendments to the constitution, a lot of things happening. Maybe recently there have been a lot of issues around the role of governor. There have been a lot of debate around the use of Article 142 by the Supreme Court. So of course, we are going to expect such questions in the examination. So the context is clear here. The context is the current affairs. But now, whether you are writing that thing in an answer, how you are going to do it. So again, as there is a time crunch, and of course, you must have read current affairs, but again, this booklet is emphasizing the fact that again, all relevant current issues which were there in news has been added to the respective topic in a systematic manner. So that again, you are getting at one stop, what all three things? Important areas, value, and only value addition to the content what you have already read, followed by important Supreme Court judgments, important committee reports, etc., followed by the respective current affairs integration to that particular topic. So again, it is going to be a consolidation, one-stop solution for the entire things. What a student face a problem in terms of getting all things at a one point, right? That is where this booklet is going to help you a lot in your polity preparation. Next, I'll show you that how this have been, just a glimpse of the booklet, that again, many a times we see secularism is a topic. So important Supreme Court judgments regarding that particular issue. Incorporation of current affairs. For example, the Immigration Foreigners Act of 2025. So see how recent current affairs has been integrated to the respective topic of the syllabus. Right? And then many times we see that we need to give a very nuanced answers. Many times we need to quote what has been the basis, what has been the interpretation which the constitution makers did while writing those constitutions. And this has also been incorporated in this booklet in the form of this, that debates around certain articles of the constitution, which is certainly going to give a very nuanced explanation, a nuanced understanding, which you can write down in your answers, and which is definitely going to fetch you some more marks, and some more marks you understand how it is going to determine whether you are going to make it or not make it through the mains examination. So again, this is some glimpses which is showcasing that how we have incorporated value addition, current affairs, Supreme Court judgments, important constitutional debates, all of those things and many more, right? So that is all. This is going to be a one-pack solution for everything what you're requiring with respect to answer writing of polity. Then we have also did one thing, because many times we see, but we do not see the trend. So in this, what we have incorporated, all the important themes which are there since last 11 years in the examination, which has been very recurrent. So if UPSC is telling us, okay, yes, this theme is important, again, we have been asking questions, so why should we not focus it more? Right? And that is where this book has incorporated that thing as well. High yielding areas, high focus areas has been identified and has been given more emphasis in this book, so that again, once a student is reading a chapter of, let's say, union and territories, it showcases that the trend has showcased that again, more number of questions has been asked. So of course, there is more weightage to the value addition as compared to other topics, right? So this is where the material is revolving around in terms of content, keeping in mind the trend and the weightage of respective topics in the examination. Clear? Next, one very important aspect is key once now everything what we have read, now it is going to be answer writing. So one answer writing is very plain answer writing. You have just written whatever you know about the respective topic, and then it is going to be a value added answers. Where again, so this is where a normal answer writing, which typically discusses maybe the sessions, disruptions, reports, and everything. But again, this is something which value addition material is going to help you on. Many times it is told introduction should start with a hook line. Introduction is something which is going to impress the examiner. You need to give some quotes, some important constitutional debate quotes, right? So where do I find this? I need to struggle. I am struggling in terms of finding where I can use a fundamental right debate quote in my answer writing. I need to go and search the constitutional reports in terms of Supreme Court, right? Then this is where the document is going to help down in terms of getting all important quotes, recent datas on standing committees, reports important, Supreme Court judgments important, reports, conclusions with respect to ARC recommendation. Many times in polity we struggle. How should I conclude an answer? Right? So again, conclusion, introduction, which are very ready-made, which has to be ready-made because, again, 7-minute time and a lot of things to write down, right? So this is where a strategy should come up, right? So this material helps you down in terms of forming a very well-defined skeleton of every answer, which irrespective of whatever the question is going to be, you are having a defined format, ready-made, available, so that in the answer writing day, whenever you're writing that answer in the examination, you're not struggling in terms of what should I write and what should I not write, right? So this is where integration of all such things are there in this particular booklet, which is going to certainly help you down in terms of very smartly preparing the content and in one-stop solution format, right? Then, if I like to mention this is a real differentiator, that is interlinking. If I talk about, many topics have told, okay, you need not to see polity only from the lens of polity. There is an integration of subjects in the syllabus, because at the end of the day, we are preparing for civil service examination. We are not preparing to be a political expert or economic expert or a social expert. So all things which are there in the syllabus is important, and why we're reading is because this is where we need to build a career in civil services, right? So everything has to be seen in an interlinkage format, but many times we fail it. In a question of fundamental rights, I'm not including social angle, I'm not including an economical angle, and this is why we are facing, because I'm not having a content where everything which requires integration is given to me in a ready-made format, and which is saving my time and my energy. This is where this booklet also integrates different nuances of different subjects around a particular theme. I'll give you a few examples. For example, if you talk about judiciary and environment are related. For example, PILs on environmental rights, right to life and everything. We talk about federalism. Federalism and economy are interrelated topic in terms of GST, Finance Commission, Disaster Acts. Local governance is linked with the problem of urbanization, again interlinkage, right? So all of these things in topics which requires interlinkage with other subjects, that thing has also been explicitly done in this book, where again it is showcasing, it is giving you a perspective, yes, then that this topic can also be seen through the lens of other subjects of the syllabus, and that is what is required in terms of bringing in diversity to your answers. Many times we tell the answer requires diversity. You need to give social angle, you need to give economic angle, you need to give political angle, legal angle, geographical angle, whatever it is in terms of the points what you were writing in the answers, right? This is where this book is going to help you down in understanding that interlinkage in an explicit format, and ready-made things which are made available, which you can directly use in your answer writing process in the examination day itself, right? This is where this book is going to help you down in terms of interlinkage of all the respective topics subject-wise with respect to polity. Next, and lastly, that again, once I am done with everything, again, it is all about before the practice, before the actual match day, a good cricketer practices a lot, and in fact, every player. In a similar manner, once you're done with the content, once you're done with everything, you have done value addition, you have read your content, you have enriched your content, you have analyzed your preparation on the basis of previous year question paper, everything what you have done, I have discussed till now. Till the time you don't practice it, it is not going to be a worth full effort. Right? So this last step, which many a times students fail, is terms of practicing those answers in terms of writing down the tests. Right? Many a times we read a lot, but we require a certain kind of hand holding. This is where VisionIAS is also complementing the booklet with certain program features. For example, we have Lakshya Mentoring Program. This is a mains integrated Lakshya mentoring program in which students will be hand-held through mentors the mentors who is going to guide a student, hand-hold a student till the mains examination with whatever academic and psychological level help he or she is demanding from it, right? Then you need to complement it with the test series, right? In here, what we are doing is, in the test series, whatever you have learned, now how do you feel confident that yes, I have read, I have completed this topic? Because in examination, I feel one thing which is very much important is having belief in yourself and confidence in yourself. How will you get confident that now I'm ready for the examination? Where again, after you have read that content strategically based on the demand of the examination, now you have written down the answers. In writing down the answers, I got to know before the actual examination that which are the areas I need to improve, right? This is where writing down the test series comes into picture. And test series by mean, it needs to be properly evaluated, right? So VisionIAS has a lot of maybe upcoming programs in terms of all India test series. We are going to come up with Abhyas mains examination. All of these tests is going to give you a real simulation experience before the actual examination, which toppers have emphasized that this thing has helped them a lot in terms of scoring very high in the examination. And lastly, one more thing, we are coming up with what we call as previous year question plus program, where again all the subjects will be dealt and all the mains question paper or the questions which have been asked in previous year by the UPSC will be analyzed by the topics. And again, we have done a lot of open sessions which is available, of course, in our YouTube channel. You can go and watch them, but there would be a detailed dedicated classes for that as well. That is also going to complement this book which we are providing to you, right? So trust me, one thing which I feel is very important is strategy is the new confidence. So a good strategy which is starting with a very good content which I am reading, right, which of course is going to be this value added material of polity. It is certainly going to imbibe a lot of confidence in yourself, because once you are reading such enriched book content backed by topper copies, backed by a lot of research, backed by the trend analysis and the demand of the examination, it is certainly going to boost your confidence. And if you are confident in terms of the content, what you have, the valued content, what you have, it is going to be reflected in the answer script. So trust me, in this mains examination, the examiner is not seeing you as a person. He is going to judge you on the basis of the script, what you are writing down in your answer script. So this script needs to be enriched. And for requiring an enriched script requires a very strategic effort. So this material, complemented by the programs what I have discussed of VisionIAS, is certainly going to help you down to score exceptionally good marks in the upcoming mains examination, specifically talking about GS paper number 2 polity, right? So please use this book, guide your preparation and anchor your preparation by using this particular booklet and the complemented services which are being provided by VisionIAS. So all the very best, strategize and build your confidence. Thank you so much.